So is holiday collection cancelled? I don't know. I don't know her. Is it cancelled or not? But today we're going to talk about holiday collection, and it's sort of like an anti-haul for me where hmm, let's see what kind of products like I won't buy. It's like I'm inspired. I just watched a video from like Thursday Miss Cassie, and she talks about like eyeshadow palettes that or like palettes that she won't buy, and now it's my turn to like talk about like what kind of products that I won't buy or I don't like, or just overall I don't think you should buy that. I won't buy that because it's not worth it. So let's see what like kind of products will I talk about. First of all, we will talk about Too Faced. I like Too Faced products. Not gonna lie, I I just find their product too like their face product works on me. I think they're like one of the few high end brands with like hydrated like sort of like a range of face product that works on me. Just saying. So they have like a few palettes on their Too Faced website. Um, I've bought like the Snow Girl, Let It Snow Girl collection. I'm loving that palette. I'm loving the cheeks and like bronzer and all of that stuff. I think that palette is worth it. And then they have like a few other palettes. They have like the gingerbread extra spice eyeshadow palette. It's like a very 2016 palette. It's like a modern renaissance palette with a pop of green there. The palette would be great. I think the formula would be great because it's like in the tin pan, like the tin kind of like packaging. But other than that, the color is not very inspiring. Not It's not like the first spice gingerbread spice palette. Not loving the color scheme. Very just boring pinky red tones. I'm not gonna buy that. For like the other palettes that I've seen, like the I think there's like a Christmas something palette. The the gingerbread lane trio, they have like three palettes there, and then each palette they have like a quad and a blush or like a bronzer of sort. I don't think it's worth like $35 for that. That's like I don't like that. The color scheme is like quite like it's a neutral palette. So if you like neutrals and you've like a certain amount of budget, I think it's worth it if you like neutrals. Other than that, I won't buy that. That's boring. And then there's like the Christmas star face and eye palette. No, no, no. You can't detach the blush from the palette itself, and the color I feel like the color is like quite pinky and purpley, which I mean I love pinky and purple shades, but I don't love the color theme. I like it when there's like a like purple, pink, and then there's like reds, and then there's like neutral, and then there's like pops of purple, green, blue. I like those kind of palettes. Some people like think that they're like overdone, but this palette looks really ashy, really light, and there's not enough depth in the palette, which I won't suggest you buy that. That palette has a lip gloss and like the Better Than Sex mascara, which I think it's great. Not a lot of people love it, but it's the best selling mascara. What I think is that I like out of like all the palettes that they have, the only palette that I would buy is the Snowy Girl. Like it's Snow Girl palette, and I have the palette. And I think like if you ask me, am I going to wear like all 4 blush here? Like no, but like there's like if you are filming makeup, there's like a warm, there's like a more mauvey shade, and then there's like a lighter shade, and then there's like a very bright shade. I think that's all you need for like blush. It's like 4 shades: cool, warm, bright, and then a deeper shade, and then you can like customize the color itself. I love the palette. I like the quality of the shadows, so I will suggest you buy that. Other than that, other things from Too Faced, a holiday collection is a no-go. And then there is like the Lunar Beauty Moonspell eyeshadow palette. There are purples, there's like very pinky, not pinky, but it's like a pink color, not pink color, it's like a pink neutral plus greens and purples. I don't think there's enough depth in the palette where there's like a very rich purple, very dark purple, a really dark blue, or like a really dark kind of like a red brick red color that can like deepen up the shit, like deepen up the eye look. Or there isn't anything that really speaks to me. This palette, it's very disjointed, I think. Like there's like purple, and then there's like a mauve what's that, like taupe, and then there's like green and turquoise. I don't love the colors. I think if you like the colors you will love it, but I've never tried the formula from Lunar Beauty, so I'm not gonna suggest you to try that palette, and I'm not gonna buy that palette as well. And then we have like some palettes from Tarte. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to use this Tarte Pro Remix. I mean, the shades are not very vibrant, not really colorful. This palette only has like three matte shades, and then all of them are shimmer. And the shimmers are not like, I don't like shimmers. I like a high shine or like metallic eyeshadow. If it's I want more texture. I want more, not texture as in like gross scaling skin, but I want that more foil in them. I don't really love. I think the mattes are fine. It's a fine palette, but I won't recommend you buy that palette. For their holiday collection, they have like a few things in their holiday collection. They have like the Winter Wonder Glam Luxe eyeshadow palette. There's like a pop of blue there. There's like it's in a it's there's a lot of like very light shades there, and then there's some interesting shades that they throw there. I'm not interested, like when I buy a palette, I love when palettes have like maybe 6 neutral shades, or like everyday wearable, like a transition shade, deepening shades, and then maybe like a very a generic kind of like a pinky or neutral kind of a shimmer or gold shimmer, and then like a gold or like a bronze color or like a brown shimmer color, and then the rest of the palette to be like more colorful, because you can wear the shades, but then you can like have fun with the palette. This palette seems to me that it's like very old school smoky glam, very pinky peachy purpley, and then there's a pop of blue. Not loving it. The palette looks really like clunky to me as well. There is like I think there's like a mascara, or let's see. So it has like a deluxe size mascara, like camera lash 4-in-1 mascara, which I've used it, and it's not great. This one I'm trying on, I'm wearing, great. This one, no. So if you like the mascara, or like you like the liner, or you like Tarte quality shadows, you might buy this. I'm not gonna buy that. I think it's not great. The color selection not great, boring. And for Charlotte Tilbury, let's look at Charlotte Tilbury. I've tried some of their products, and I honestly, I like some of their products. I found it to be really, not really great, but no, it sounds wrong. I like it, it's good for me. Not a lot of people like it. I'm talking about the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have like dry skin, so I would use this as a primer, like on my high points of my cheeks, or like give my skin an overall glow with a very matte foundation, or I will put this on top of my cheeks to make it look like I have like a glass skin, like extra reflectiveness in there. I really like that product. Some people don't like it. I understand why people don't like it, but overall I think that product is really great. And for her holiday collection, they have an instant look in a face palette, which a few selected like people of color, few selected shades of people can use that. Other than that, if you're darker than me, I feel like if you are darker than me, I'm not that dark, honestly. But if you're darker than me, you're not gonna use that. I am like a medium shade, like right at the middle, or slightly on the light medium to medium, depending on like the company. If you're darker than me, a lot of things you can't use, and that palette seems to me it caters to like a lighter complexion, and people who have more melanin, they can't use it. If you know what I mean. And then there's like the Starry Eye to Hypnotize eyeshadow palette. It's the same thing with like eyeshadow palettes. It's a bit too light. There's no depth. There's one dark shade, and then there's like a few transition shade or like matte eyeshadow there. I like the color scheme. It's like pinky and smoky eye. I like a good smoky eye, but the color theme is just too no the color theme, the depth of the color is just too light, and I have a difficult time in using like you a lot, and I'm not that dark. And then there's like a shade here, like these are the shade to like deepen up the eye look, and I find it to be very difficult, very difficult to like deepen up my eye look with those colors. And I tend to like to deepen up the eye look because it looks make my eyes look bigger. And the reason why I like this Too Faced palette is because there's like a deep this like this shade to darken up, and then there's like a dark like kind of a shimmer shade, and then you have like different like kinds of transition shade to pair with like a dark shade, or you have like pops of color here. That's why I like the shade. It's like there's like a variety of shades here, and then a lot of skin tone can use the palette. You have like the the shimmer shade are rich enough that it would like have an impact on the skin, on the eyes. But as for like some of the shades here, it looks a little bit too light, or it will look like a little bit ashy on my skin, which I won't suggest you. I'm not gonna buy that palette as well. I'll, I'm going to buy some of like the holiday package, like dual package from Charlotte Tilbury. Like I love, I want to try some of her products when it's cheaper. It's not cheap to buy her palettes. Not cheap. And then we will talk about maybe Natasha Denona. Miss Natasha. Natasha Denona. I've never tried her products. That's a lie. I've tried her brush. It's not great, but bearable. But if you pay a certain price for her brush, I don't think the brush should be bearable. It should be nice. It should be great. Just saying. She launched her Metropolis palette. I'm interested in that palette. And when I think of that palette, it's like ABH palette, like a mixture of ABH palette. It's like the soft glam, and then you have like modern renaissance, and then you have like a drop of like the subculture palette, and then you have like a bit of like that prism palette drop into it. You smash those palette into one, and then you eliminate some of the repeating shade, and this is the palette that you got. I've never tried her palettes. I've heard some reviews that some people were like, oh, some of the shades are really similar, but overall it's a really high quality eyeshadow palette. I think for $129, it's up there in price, but I've like calculate how it relates to MAC eyeshadows, and MAC eyeshadows are $7 now, and they're like 1.5 grams like per pan, like they're like regular eyeshadows. And I've like searched on Natasha's no, Beautylish, I think Beautylish, and they say they are like 1.35. Is it? No, I think I searched on Natasha Denona's own website, and she said the palette is the overall weight of the palette is around is 38.48 grams of products, and if you divide it by 28, it's around 1.3. Is it 1.3? Let me check. It's around 1.4, 1.37 grams of products, and if I normalize it with like bring up the price to like bring up the level of products to 1.5, on average each shadow is like around $5 for 1.5 grams of product, and it's 4.6 US dollars per shade in there. So it's expensive. If you think that they are like single shadows, I think they are expensive, you can't deny that they're not like cheap, but if they have like a very good quality eyeshadow and you love it, I would suggest you buy that. But I think they have like two other products there. They have like the Glow Go Highlighter Duo and the Mini Go eyeshadow palette, which I feel like there are better minis out there for Natasha Denona. I don't like the mini palette. The shades selection is like very green, not gold green, like green gold, which I like it a little bit more golden when it comes to gold. I don't like it green. I like it more bronzy, warm, more orangey. And for the highlighter duo, if you like gold highlighters, which I have to say I don't really have a lot of highlighter in my collection. I have like one from Maybelline, and then the other one is from Too Faced, the Let It Snow Girl collection, and then I have another one in the Hourglass palette, and I have like 3 highlighters, and then there are 2 other like shimmery shades from the ABH Glow Kit that I personally use it as an eyeshadow because it's too dark for me to use. And if you're deep skin, I think it's beautiful, gorgeous on you. And I don't think that you should buy those two. The eyeshadow palette, if you haven't buy a lot of eyeshadow palette this year, then like maybe if you have like buy 1 or 2, and then you are like, oh, I want one, I think this one is the one to get. But if you buy a lot of eyeshadow palette and you are like, if you love a lot of like colors, I think you might want to skip on this and like try their like other kind of other palettes, like the Tropic palette or their Star eyeshadow palette. I think you should try the other palettes. Other than that, I think I would go buy that eyeshadow palette, but not the mini palette and not the highlighter. From Huda Beauty, I think there's like the Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. For me, it's not my color theme. Again, there's a lot of shade that looks really light, but there's shades to deepen up the eye look. That's the thing. There is like a very rich brown and a rich red there, and I think that's great. But other than that, everything looks really light there, and I'm not into nudes. I like peachy colors, but I like it when it's like more like concentrated, more vibrant. This seems very muted to me, really light, very like spring kind of like a thing to me. I am more of like all year tropic, very summery shades and like very autumn shade person. Very smoky or very bright, vibrant colors. That's on me. So that's that palette I'm not gonna buy. Not gonna buy that palette. And then should we talk about skincare? Like, we should talk about some brands that got canceled this year. Or should I call that cancel? Like, we're gonna talk about Sunday Riley and Drunk Calvin. Let's talk about Sunday Riley. recently there's news about Sunday Riley that they post they boost their sale by posting fake reviews, or posting, not fake, is it fake, like internally they post reviews, like they found some people on in the company to post reviews on Sephora, or they um click thumbs down for negative reviews. So anything from Sunday Riley, it's a no currently for me. Just saying. I know there are, like, I've heard on YouTube, like you and I have heard, like there are people who are like who do shady businesses, and I don't like that. And I've heard a lot of good things about, like, Sunday Riley. People love their, like, good jeans. People use good jeans. People love their Lunar retinol oil, their Juno oil, their, like, people love their products. I just can't, like, get myself to buy their products, because why would anyone want to, like, why would you want to be, like, so dishonest? And the beauty community has come to a point where we are trying to be more open, honest, and be truthful about our reviews, and companies are doing this shady stuff, and that's unacceptable. Just, it's not acceptable. So anything from Sunday Riley currently, if they have any, like, holiday sets, no. And Drunk Elephant as well, they have been quite, like, dismissive, arrogant with their approach with their, like, customers. And I've, like, seen Kevin James Bonner talk about that. I've, like, seen, like, how they treat Carolyn Carolyn from UK, the skincare expert. If you haven't watched her, go watch her. How disrespectful the owner of the like, is it the product formula person? I don't know. I've just heard allegedly, and I don't care for companies who puts out good products, but they treat their customer like that. I'm just not happy with that. I've never tried products from them, and I hope they change in the future with how they treat their, like, customers, and how they react to, like, questions when people question them, because you have to answer people's, like, concern, you have to answer people's question, and you have to, like, try to debunk things, and not try to shrug it off and being dismissive and arrogant and disrespectful to people. And, like, I heard good things about this company as well. They have, like, excellent, like, AHA serums. They have great hydrating serums. They have great sunscreens. They have great vitamin C serums. But that's not acceptable. And that's why I'm not gonna buy those products. Here's my anti-haul. I hope you like it. Subscribe, like, comment down below, click the bell button to get notification. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!